Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Investor Connection. Today, I'm on with the Beginner's Mind team, and we are talking about how to create financial freedom through cryptocurrency. So, I just saw a post this morning where Coinbase is going to start allowing people to borrow up to $1 million off of their Bitcoin. This is where I've been saying that I've never seen an asset class seem like it can take you quicker to financial freedom than cryptocurrency. You know, the old way to get rich was to buy a home, so you had to save up 20% of the home's value, put that as a down payment, have a good job, have good credit, and then over time, you can borrow off of your home once you're in there for a certain amount of time and building up collateral, and paying down your loan. You can borrow and buy another home, vacation home, or a second home where people can live. And that was the old school way of creating financial freedom. But now we're seeing you can do this with cryptocurrency with $10. You can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin, borrow off of that $10 worth of Bitcoin to either buy other assets or live or buy more Bitcoin. Now, there's some ways to do this wrong. Of course, you can do it very wrong and lose your all of your money, right? It's the same way it can happen with a house, right? Imagine I bought a home and then I borrowed off of that home to buy a second home, and then nobody rents, and now I can't afford to pay that loan, so I lose my house, right? And I lose that other house. So that's always been the case, but there's ways of doing it, and I'm seeing it. I'm doing it. I've been doing it for months, trying to figure out how to do this the right way. And now that I see Coinbase is going to start allowing people to borrow off of their cryptocurrency, I'm like, all right, this is going to become much more accessible. The way I'm doing it right now, it is a little bit harder. You do have to click more buttons. You have to understand a few more things, but you do make more money because of that. So my plan is for the next however long it takes, I'm going to try to do it as often as possible, every day if possible. I'm going to show you how we're going to grow a wallet from $1,000. So if we could take a wallet with $1,000 every day, slowly grow it, eventually through being able to borrow off of your money, you're going to be able to be financially free. So I'm going to do the math really, really quick for you. Imagine you started out a wallet with $1,000 and you commit to putting $500 new dollars into that wallet. The reason why I'm saying that is because most people, you have a job, you have a bank account, and you save, quote unquote, save. And you put it in a bank and you try to save enough so you have an emergency fund, right? You have some money in there just in case anything happens. All right, so let's say you're just putting money into your bank account. What's happening right now is inflation is bringing that value of whatever's in your savings to lower amount of value, right? So right now, if you gone to the store lately, you realize it costs more to buy things than it did last year. And that's going to keep happening because of inflation. It's going to get worse and worse. Many people say we're going to head into hyperinflation. So that could mean the dollar's value goes much, much lower, much faster. So what's the difference between what I'm saying? So if you are doing what I'm saying, instead of putting your money into a bank account, you're putting it into a crypto bank. And that crypto bank it does have dollars in it, but it also has other assets. Not only that, every month you can borrow your cost of living off of your account, right? So let's say, if I do the math easy, let's say your bills are $500. I know nobody lives off that, but I'm just making the math easy. You have $1,000. You start with 1,000. You make 500 a month, right? But your bills are 500 a month. So you start with 1,000. You bring in a new 500 every month. So first month, you have the 1,000. You borrow 500 to live off your bank. First month, you have the 500. The next month, that next 500 comes in. You put 250 to pay off your loan, and you put 250 back into your collateral as a bank. If you keep doing that over time and you start investing that collateral whenever there's good times to invest and bad times to invest. I believe right now is a bad time to invest. All the prices are really high. So it's not a good time to be buying. You want to buy when prices are low. So if you can do that consistently, buy when prices are low, borrow your monthly cost of living, your collateral will keep growing and growing and growing. And if you look at what's happening with Coinbase right now, Coinbase is telling you you'll be able to borrow up to $1 million a year, $1 million, not a year, $1 million period, off of your cryptocurrency. That probably means you have to have $2 to $3 million. All right, that's a lot. But if you have 1,000, you can borrow 500, no problem in the way we do it. So over time, your collateral will grow and grow and grow. Even if it was just Bitcoin, Bitcoin has been growing an average for 10 years, 200% a year. So let's say you just had Bitcoin and you were borrowing off your Bitcoin every month to live. That means if it continues, and many people think it's going to grow faster and faster, let's say you put in your yearly cost of living is, let's make again the math easy, 1,000 a month, so 12,000. So let's say you put 12,000 in the account, and then the first month you borrow 1,000, second month 2,000. If Bitcoin continues along the way, at the end of that year, you will have $24,000 of Bitcoin, and you will have a $12,000 loan. That's if you didn't make any money that whole year. If you have been making money throughout that year, you could be paying down that loan every month, right? And this is what I mean about if you do this and you start this path, I believe you can get to financial freedom. I'm not saying it's going to happen in a month, a week, a year. It could take a few years, but what else out there have you seen like this? I haven't seen anything other than real estate, and real estate takes 10 years to do stuff like this, maybe even more, because you have to have a good job, good credit for a long time. You have to be able to pay your mortgage for a long time through recessions and all that. So I've never seen anything like this, and my plan is to have us all start down the path of doing this, right? So the first step is I want to know, does it all make sense to everybody what I just said? If there's any questions about anything I just said. All right, there's a question from LinkedIn. Oh, nice. Nice. I didn't know we could do that now on Clubhouse. All right. So how can you trust the coins? Hold on. I got a question and I'm LinkedIn. 1 second. How can you trust the coins? How do you determine what one is over the other? Good question. The coins, you have to learn how to do your own research. So you'll hear that a lot. Do your own research. Do your own research. So the way I look at coins is I look at the utility of the coin, meaning what will it do? What can it do? And will people use it? Not just do I think it's going to go to the moon like Shiba Inu. I'm looking at, does this coin do something that other people other than me, but I'm the first one to test it. I want to know, is this going to do something that I believe other people are going to want to do? And if I believe that, then I do more research, but it doesn't end there. All right. So who was about to ask a question?
I was about to say that everything that you're offering here is just information, that you're not suggesting any investment policy and stuff like that, because you're not a broker. So this is just for information and an entertainment possibility, because you are entertaining. But at any one point, I'm just asking you. You're not offering a financial advice to anybody, right?
Yeah, I can't offer financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you the stuff I'm doing and showing you a path. You're definitely going to have to do your own research. You're going to have to click your own buttons. You're going to have to take your own risks, right? Like I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me about Shiba. There's a bunch of people that asked me about Shiba, and I said I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Are you still there?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I had it on mute. Yeah, so people have been asking me about Shiba, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I tell them, look, I don't believe there's utility to that token. I just think it's a pump and a dump, because I can't see how you're going to use it other than buy it and hope for it to go up. And I was wrong, because people made a lot of money that put money into that. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. I do my own research. I make my own choices based on the things I see, and we all should be doing that, because if I don't know what's more important than making money is growing your money. right? So if you're going to work every week to make a certain amount of money to live, what's more important than making sure that money goes as far as possible? Right now, if you're putting the money in a bank, you are losing money because every month, every year, inflation is growing because the government is printing more money. So if you're putting cash in a bank and waiting to use it, that is like melting ice. It's basically going to go lower and lower and lower in the value of it. And you can see it over time. If you look back through history, the dollar has gone down in value for over many, many years. And now they just printed up 25% of all dollars in history. They just printed that up within the last year. So what do you think that's going to do to the value of the dollar? That's why you keep hearing hyperinflation is coming. So that's part of why I'm creating this content, because I want to make sure people take advantage. And you can do this without buying one coin, one crypto coin. You can do this with USDC dollars if you want. I need to write it down. Where can I learn the strategy you just shared? All right, so go to massideation.community. That's a place where I'm starting to bring a bunch of people that are interested in learning how to do it. And we're going to start doing it every day. And I'm going to post stuff in there. Also, I have a club called crackingcrypto.club. Crackingcrypto.club. This is my paid membership where we work with people in group settings. This week, we're going to go over someone's wallet, make sure they're doing everything the right way. But the overall idea of it is it's going to become easier and easier. You can see Coinbase is doing this now. Coinbase is about to let you borrow off Bitcoin. So you're going to be able to even do this idea straight through Bitcoin. I'm going to start showing the optimal way where you can make the most amount of money because of interest and all these things. So I'm already starting the video series. I shot a video yesterday. Then I learned something that was easier. So I had to kill all that content and now I got to reshoot it. But I'm working hard. I think you all need to start asking questions. Like, I know what I'm saying sounds unrealistic, or sometimes it just sounds like too good to be true. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's going to be work. It's going to be work. It's just like, hey, I need to lose 10 pounds. All right, I'm going to have to change the way I eat. I'm going to have to work out. I'm going to have to change my lifestyle, right? This is a lifestyle change, but it's not like you have to do an hour, 2 hours of research a day. What I'm doing takes me 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day or less. Really, most of the 10 minutes is me waiting for the blockchain transaction to settle. But once you understand it, now you can start exploring other strategies, right? So I've explored other strategies like the metaverse, buying metaverse land, making metaverse clothes and items that people will want to buy. So there's many things in cryptocurrency that can help you grow to that financial freedom. The earlier you get in, which we are still early, but it's happening faster and faster. As you see, Facebook just got in the game. So one thing happened. I made a video in June or July. I said the metaverse is the future of the internet, right? And I said I'm really looking at buying land in the metaverse. I think in that video, I hadn't bought the land yet, but I kept, every time the price of the coin went low, I would buy. I ended up buying that land in, I forget exactly when, but a little bit after that video. This weekend, because Mark Zuckerberg said live, he made a video last week. He said they're changing the name of Facebook to Meta because of the metaverse. He believes metaverse is the most important technology for the next 20, 30 years. What happened to that land's value? It went from being worth $6,700 to being worth $40,000 in a weekend. It was like in a day, just because he said what he said. Of course, I believe it's going to come back down, just like everything goes up and down. But we're going to start getting there faster and faster as you see these big companies get involved. So right now, I think we're in a sweet spot time where you can get in there, start understanding, put money in, and it can grow really, really fast. Of course, every day, every month, every year you take to spend the time to really understand this, the opportunity gets smaller and smaller. That's just how it works. So I want to take questions. I know I said a lot about a lot of things. Any questions from anybody?
My question is, uh, uh, I'm too old to be playing around with all of this stuff. Besides, I don't understand a lot of it. But I got $20,000 that's burning my pocket. Can I give you that $20,000, or can I give it to somebody else? It doesn't have to be you, who maybe like a broker will charge me, I don't know, 5%, 6%, and do all the beautiful things you're doing. Of course, they'll consult with me and they'll say this, and or I'll call them up and I say, listen, can I borrow like $2,000 from my account? Is there somebody who I could give that money to? Other, it could be you, but anybody else? Is there such a thing? Does that exist or not yet?
I seen it, but I've only seen it for accredited investors. So, and also the buy-in is like $100,000, right? So what that means is there's companies that they'll take your $100,000. They make sure you're accredited investors, so they get past the SEC rules of taking money from people who are not accredited investors, and then they give you back a return every year based on whatever their firm does. As an individual like me, I haven't, and I know we've spoken about this many times, but it's good to keep exploring. I haven't gone down that road. What I currently do is I have consulting clients where they actually do the button pressing. I just tell them what to do. I don't want to have access to their money. I want them to always be the only one with their wallet address, and I just tell them what to do. We'll get on Zoom. I say, click here, click there, and they make money. But I never touch their money. That's what I've been doing so far, because I just don't want to have any way of anybody thinking, because this is an early Wild Wild West. There's people that can go get hacked. You can get hacked by being on some website and putting your phrase into the wrong place and lose all your money. So I don't want to be responsible. It's like, oh, you're the only one that had my code. And I'm like, oh, now it looks like it is I am liable because I am the only other one that had that code. But if I don't have the code and you never gave it to me, I'm not liable. So that's why I've done it that way. I think as it gets more and more mature, I think there will be options. I do think, again, it's going to be for the richer people, because for you to give me 20,000, let's just do the math. Even if I have 5%, that's only like $1,000. So for me, is it worth my time to spend for $1,000? And then how am I going to really work on understanding how much I made for you and when do I get paid? Right. So this is where the struggle of this industry is starting. Again, the rich get richer, right? So rich people are being able to take advantages left and right. That's why I'm saying I don't think this is as hard as people make it out. I think people put this barrier on themselves, and it's like, oh yeah, that's too crazy. That's you and your tech talk. It's not that hard. I've been able to show a few people that are not the most techie people in the world, but they can click buttons and they've got it. And now every morning they'll reach out and be like, so today's a good day to buy this coin, right? Because I'm looking at the chart. And I'm like, yeah, you getting it. Yeah. So, okay, go buy it. All right, I didn't know what button I got to press again. Press this button. Oh, okay. I'm going to remember it the next time. That's how it's been going. And I get it, Paco. I get many people think that. But look at you, Paco. Let's look at me and you. You wanted to get in shape. You said, I want to lose a certain amount of weight. I'm going to start going to walk every day for miles, as many days as possible. Me, I'm like, I want to get in shape. I don't want to walk that many miles every day. So what ended up happening? Paco ends up going for a walk almost every day, and Sylvia, they both lose weight. I haven't lost any weight, right? Because I didn't do the work. I'm not out there walking the miles. They are, right? And those miles take a lot more time to spend than understanding how to grow your financial freedom. Like if you just spend an hour a day trying to understand it, eventually you'll be able to spend $10 a day, 10 minutes a day to get there. It's just like when you get into great shape, you don't need to work out for an hour every day once you're in good shape. You just need a little bit of maintenance exercise.
Okay. I'm doing it.
All right. I want to know what other questions. Anybody else? Because I think we're about to head into a moment where this is going to explode. And I want people to be in now, not after it explodes. Because look what happened with the land. Now everybody's reaching out to me. Oh, I want to buy land. I want to buy land. I want to buy land. And I'm like, now it costs 7 times more than when I first told you. So I don't think it's a good time to buy it right now. I mean, if you want to spend 7 times more money, go ahead. But I do believe you should wait. It's probably going to come down a little bit, hopefully. But I don't know that. It may not. So you want to get in as soon as humanly possible. Any questions?
Why don't you refresh the room? You have some new people in. You can welcome some of the new people.
Okay. So hey, hi everyone. Antonia, Skirt, how are you? Christian, Ozzy, what's up, man? Anibal, Isabel, how are you? My dad's in the room. Paul, if you want to come up. What we're doing is today I'm talking about cryptocurrency has the ability to create financial freedom faster than any other asset class I've ever seen. And you're starting to see the seeds being put into the ground. Today, I just saw a post and I posted it to Instagram. Coinbase is going to let you borrow up to $1 million off of your Bitcoin. What does that mean? You're going to be able to live off of borrowing off of your cryptocurrency, which is already what I'm doing. I'm going on month 3 now, where I pay my bills through my cryptocurrency bank, meaning I have cryptocurrency that I borrow my monthly expenses off of. And then when I bring in new money from working, I pay that loan off. That has not really been possible before cryptocurrency. You couldn't go to your bank and say, hey, I know I have $5,000 in my account. Can I borrow 2,500 of it right now? Right now, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to get I want to borrow off of it. I don't want to use it. I want to borrow off of it. So I want to keep it there, getting interest while I use another 2,500 that also I'm going to get interest on. That's what's happening right now in cryptocurrency. And I can show you websites where you can earn like almost 20% interest on the money that you're borrowing on. Think about that. So not only are you not using your money, you're gaining a crazy amount of interest. And then another big thing, you don't even have to pay it back monthly. That's not how it works in cryptocurrency. There's no monthly, okay, by the 3rd, if you don't pay, you're going to have a penalty. Nope. It works by interest percent per year. So every day the interest goes up. And whenever you decide to pay it, you pay it. But here's why this is super interesting, especially right now. Cryptocurrency is growing much faster than the interest. So if you got 2-3% interest on your loan, but the currency you bought is up 2-3x this year, that will outpace your loan. The thing is, when the currency drops, every now and then it does drop, go up and down. You have to make sure that your collateral can cover your loan. So that's where there's some learning. We all have to do it. I messed up even myself early on, and I lost a lot of money doing things wrong. So that's why I'm going to start showing people day to day how I do it. Any questions based on anything I just said anywhere? I know I'm live in a bunch of places. Any questions from anybody? Sylvia, how about you? Isabel, actually, Isabel's doing it. In a way, you're doing it, Isabel. I'm not sure if you can talk or you're in radio mode.
Yeah, I can talk. And I think you're going to mention this, but it'd be great for you to give some words of encouragement on people that have dabbled into cryptocurrency but might not have money to put in anymore or want to put in more money, and like kind of encouragement on like if you're in that situation, because I found crypto a lot more exciting when I had more money to invest.
So
but now that I like don't really, it's now the part that's getting more interesting is seeing things go up and learning when to take some money out and transfer.
So that's exactly right. I didn't want to mention that without your permission, but you just said it. So when you're up, like I told you about coins, and she's part of the Kraken Crypto Club. So we were talking about a coin and it went up, I think like 10% from when we spoke in the last class. So let's say you had $100. I know that math, that's not a lot, but in the stock market, if you get an 8 to 12% return a year, you're doing amazing. So within 2 weeks, Isabel got a 10% return on her money. 2 weeks versus a whole year of the stock market. If you get 8 to 12, you're doing amazing. So if she wanted to, let's say it was $100, she can sell off 5 of those dollars. And now she has 5 new dollars to spend on cryptocurrency, right? It is a profit, right? Because she went up 10% of where she started. She can sell some of that and use it. And that's part of what I do. Every day I look at the chart and I say, okay, where are we? So I'm going to actually show you guys how I look at the chart right now. If you can look on the YouTube, I'll try to explain it. I'll do my play-by-play. But the way I do it is there's a website and an app called TradingView. TradingView, what it does is it just looks at the charts of all cryptocurrency stocks and stuff like that, right? So what I do is I look at something called the MACD. It's a trading thing, but I don't use it as a day trader. I use it as a day investor. So basically what I do is, and I'm pulling it up on the screen on YouTube now. All right, so here's how it goes. When you pull up these charts, in the beginning, it's hard to understand what you're looking at all, right? So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the chart, and I know in Clubhouse it's hard, so I'm going to try to explain. There's a chart where you see the lines going up and down of the price, right? So as like Bitcoin today is at $62,636. Yesterday it was 63,000, right? So yesterday was a better day to buy Bitcoin, right? Actually sell Bitcoin, not buy Bitcoin. The day before that, you can see the price was $60,000. So what I look at is not only the price. I look at this chart down here called MACD. See, MACD has dark red and dark green, and light red. What I do is every morning, this is the 10 minutes. I get up, I look, where's Bitcoin today? Bitcoin is light red. What's the price? It's $62,000. That means I'm not going to do anything around Bitcoin today. Why? Because if it hits dark red, that means the price is the lowest it's been in a long time. If it hits dark green, that means the price is the highest it's been in a long time. So what I do is when I see dark red, I buy crypto, whatever coin that I'm looking at, I'll buy it. Oh, I'm not showing my screen.
Yeah, I can't see your screen, bro.
All right. Now I'll put it up now. Thanks. I didn't know. So right here, you see there's this, it's the MACD in the bottom here. I'm going to try to make it full screen so it looks even bigger. Okay, full screen. Okay, so in the bottom, there's this MACD. So the way you pull that up in the chart is you go to financial indicators right here and you type in MACD. You can do this on a phone. There's an app on a phone. I'm actually going to do this while all on the phone. I'm not going to do this on desktop because I know most people don't even have computers that they do this stuff on. They do mostly on the phone. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this on the phone. All right. So right now, though, on the live, I'm just going to explain. So you see these dark green bars on the bottom here. Whenever you see dark green, you can see the price is going up. Whenever you see dark green, price is going up. Whenever you see dark red, price is going down. So I noticed this about 6 months ago. And I was like, am I the only one seeing this? I'm guessing people know this, but let me do a test. Like about 4 months ago, I said, okay, there was a day where the price of all my cryptocurrency went really, really high. And the next days, it just dropped like 60, 70%. And I was watching the MACD and I said, oh my God, if I would have been selling on the dark green, I would have been in a great position when it went down. So I said, all right, next time I see this, I'm going to do that. And I did it and it worked. And then I did it again and it worked. And I've been doing it for months. So, and then I said, all right, how much money do I need to get this whole collateral up to really start living off of my crypto? So I did the math and I'm there now. So I said, okay. And again, this took 6 months. Now I can borrow the amount it costs me to live every month off of my collateral. But now I'm still trying to grow my collateral so I can grow how much I can live off of, right? That's how it works. So anybody with questions?
Definitely, bro.
Go ahead.
Great class. Great class. I'm loving what I'm hearing.
Thank you.
I've been long overdue to come and join you, but you know how that goes.
No, it's all good. That's why I record it. That's why I put it on YouTube. You can always watch whenever you want.
Facts, bro. Facts. So it's like, how much do we need to have in the crypto space in order to live month to month? Just assuming our expenses are as much as yours.
So, okay, this is the thing, right? Whatever your expenses are, you can't have just that much of crypto. They're not going to lend you 100% of what you have in crypto because that doesn't make any sense, right? I would say you want to have at least double, if not triple, what your monthly expenses are, right? So again, let's say math easy. Let's say your expenses are $5,000 a month. You want to have $15,000 of crypto. Why is that? Because the first month, you're going to borrow $5,000 off of your 15. So you're going to have a loan of 5,000 and you're still going to have your 15. It's going to be getting interest. Next month, and I'm assuming you have a job, right? And you have some type of way of bringing in new money. Next month, when money comes in, you pay down that loan with that money, but you don't pay it all the way. You pay half of it and you put the other half as collateral in your deposit as collateral, right? So what that ends up doing is you start growing your collateral more and more. And then if you start investing in coins at the right time, as they grow, you sell them and you pay down the loan even more, right? So over time, this is what I've been doing for about 6 months. I've been slowly growing my collateral to a number that now I can borrow every month. And of course, I'm still trying to grow it. And in the next 3 months, I'm trying to grow it a lot. So that's where the Cracking Crypto class, which a lot of you in here are in, I've been going over it every 2 weeks, showing everyone. But I'm going to do something for at least the next 3 months because I believe this really has the chance to change a lot of people's lives. If people can, in the next 3 months, start putting money in the right crypto at the right times, you can get to that 3-month cushion that you need to be safe. Because you can do it with 2 months because they will let you borrow up to 60-70% of your collateral. The problem with that is if there's a bad few days and the coins go down in value a lot, you could lose your money because they're going to call the loan. Because what happens is, again, let's make the math easy. Let's say you have $1,000 collateral and you borrowed 500, but your collateral goes down to 500, then your collateral meets your loan. So they take your money because they're not going to lose money. That's why crypto exists. It's all through code. If your collateral reaches your loan, they take it. You don't want that, right? So you want to make sure you have some type of cushion. So I do a bunch of things to make sure that happens. One thing I do is I keep cash as collateral, right? So if I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and cash, again, I'm going to try to make the math easy. Let's say I have $10,000. I have 3,300 in each. 3,300 cash, 33 Bitcoin, 33 Ethereum. Let's say I took a $5,000 loan. Now the market is crashing. Bitcoin is down 50%. Ethereum is down 50%. So now I have about $3,000 between Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I still have that 3,300 of cash. So now my loan is safe. Does that make sense? Because now I'm making sure that my loan is not going to be called because I have that cash in there as collateral. So no matter what the coins are doing, it doesn't matter because that cash is keeping me safe. It's not the full amount, but it is enough to feel safe. And of course, all the crypto can go down even more. And yes, you can be in danger. So now I'm even telling people only borrow as much as you have in cash. If you really want to sleep at night, that's the best way, because you definitely can't be called. Your loan will never be called that way. So does that make sense? I know right now it sounds crazy to you if you haven't, especially people in the crack of crypto, because I literally do it every 2 weeks, which this week is a week. We're going to be going through somebody's wallet, showing them what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. And if I didn't answer your question, Isabel, the way to get new money in is by investing in the coins when they're low and selling them when they're high. Anybody else with questions? Julio, is there any way to see the charts that you're looking at on the YouTube screen? Oh, so my bad. All right. I'm going to show them again. All right, so here it is. Here's the chart. I'm going to go through each coin right now. So if I woke up today, which I did, and luckily, thank God, and I looked at the charts, here's what I did. I said, okay, where are we with Bitcoin today? Bitcoin is on light red. That means it's probably either going to go higher because it's going to hit dark green, or it's going to go lower because it's going to hit dark red. But when it's light red or light green, I don't buy and I don't sell, because it's not the lowest is going to be or the highest is going to be. So today I'm looking at it, and if you look, it looks like it's about to go up, right? That's how I see. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do anything today, but if it goes up, I'm going to sell some Bitcoin. In the next few days, it could go up. That's what I think is going to happen. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is a whole different ball game, as you can see. Ethereum is on dark green. Ethereum is $4,500, almost all-time high. It was earlier was. So today I sold some Ethereum because it's up, right? And it looks like it's going down eventually. Pretty soon, it looks like it's going down. It's been in the green since October 21st. That's a long time, right? So I think it's going to start hitting red pretty soon. So I'm selling. So when it hits red, I'll buy more, right? So if you keep doing that, and I don't sell it all. I never sell all of the coin. I sell percentages of whatever I have. So let's say I have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. I look and I say, okay, we've been in dark green for a long time. I'm going to start selling more of a percent of how much I have every day. So today I sold about 20% of my Ethereum, right? So that people be like, why are you going to sell your Ethereum if you believe in it? Because if it goes down dark red, I use that money to buy more. And now I grow my collateral, my bank, so I can borrow more to live, right? So I know these concepts sound, if you haven't really been in it, it sounds a little bit, you're going to have to watch this a few times. You have to get in there, look at the chart. I told you, I'm going to make videos very, very often about this. Try to do it every day. I'm going through the production to figure out how to do it fast, but it's a lot of work. So here's where I start. Okay, so I only do this with 5 coins, and I'm going to explain why. Matic is another one. Matic is one that I really did right early on. I bought Matic around here, 33 cents. And then this is the day it happened. So here's why I thought of this. I was looking at the MACD. Look at the MACD right here. We're at $33. MACD starts dark green, dark green, dark green, dark green. Look how it went up. So I saw that. I was literally live watching it, looking for private jets because I thought I was going to be rich. And then it went to light green and it started going down. Then it went to dark green and it went up crazy. And then it went to dark red and it went down. And if I would have been selling right here the whole way of the dark green, I would have had a lot of cash for when it came all the way here. And then I would have been able to buy more and I would have had more of that asset. So when I saw that happen, I said, okay, next time I see this, I'm going to act. So what started happening? Started going dark red, dark red, dark red. So I started buying. Dark red, dark red, dark red, dark red, dark red, dark red. Look at, I mean, even here, I started to buy, but it wasn't going up a lot. So I was like, oh, am I right about this? But then this started happening. Started going up, going up, going up, going up. Dark green. Look at that. To
How
160.
much would you buy when it's on red? Do you also buy a percentage or?
Yeah, I buy a percentage of the cash I have available. Yeah, so like, again, let's say, depending, I try to buy more, the darker, the more the bars go down, right? So if, let's say first day, I'll buy 5%. Second day, I'll buy 5% again. Third day, Now I'm starting to think, should I buy 10%, 5%? So again, it's just based on however much cash is left in the cash, right? So if it keeps going down and down and down, yeah, I'll go up. I'll keep going 25, 30% of the cash because that's going really low, right? I'll get to a certain point where I say, all right, I'm only going to stay with 20, 30% and I'll stop. Sometimes I go crazier. It's up to me. That's where it's like your own personal, this is your personal finance. You got to also start to understand. It's a good book I just finished today. It's called The Psychology of Money. You have to understand what makes you feel, how money makes you feel. There's some people that they can't handle this, right? There's some people that can. You have to see how you're going to feel. And then I'd rather only sell 10% and I feel good. I could sleep at night selling 10%. I've been able to sleep at night selling a lot more. So I keep pushing it to see where I can't sleep anymore. So right now, look at that, going down, down, down. Then it went all the way up. So what happened was, and I'm going to be super transparent, I was taking too much loans when this was happening because I didn't know better. So right here, my math, I was up 6x on my money. I had a lot more money than I started with, but I was borrowing a lot of money. Then it went all the way down to here, and they called some of my loan. The good thing was they took only a third of what I owed them. They didn't take 100% because that would have been very bad. They would have took all my money. They took 1/3 of what I owed them. But the funny thing is it bounced right back up, and it was like almost in an hour. It went down and then back up. And it's like I woke up the next day and I had a lot less money. And I'm like, I know it went down, but it looks like I have less coins too. What it was when it hit that number where it hit my threshold for how much I borrowed and how much I had in collateral, they took it. They took a third of it. And then it went right back up and I lost it. So I said, all right, let me start paying off my loan because at this point, my loan was way too high for where the prices were. So I said, okay, how can I pay this the best way? So I said, okay, every time I see dark green, I'll sell some of it, pay down the loan. Every time I see dark red, I'll buy more. And I just kept doing that. And it's been months. And now I'm up to the point where I'm like, all right, this is working. I'm going to start showing everybody how to do this. I've been doing it in the Kraken Crypto Club, but that's like a close-knit group. And a lot of people in here are on it. But so they can ask me questions one-on-one through text message and stuff like that, or through the Mass Ideation community that I've been creating on Discord, or through the messaging on the platform that I use to show the videos. But now I'm like, all right, it's working. And this time period in the next 3 months, they believe crypto is going to grow faster than it's ever have. And it's going to grow in heights that we've never seen. So if you put the right coin in the right time, you can get to financial freedom pretty fast, I believe. Not financial advice. So give me some questions. I want to make sure it's not just me talking. I know there's questions.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I want to get into what your mindset is when you're on AAVE. And let's say that you made, I don't know, you went up by like $50. What's the process in which you'll take out the profit? Like, is it from AVAX that you'll withdraw it and put it into your MetaMask and then send it to Coinbase, or is there a different process in which
that's a good question. That's a really good question, right? So what she's saying, if you don't understand what she means, I'm going to try to because I'm explaining this to my kids at the same time. And what that does is it makes it easier to explain it to adults, right? Because I'm like, all right, I got to figure out how to make you understand this as an 8-year-old so I can do it with adults better every time I do it. Okay, so she's saying there's a specific coin that went up in value, right? So she says AVAX, that's the coin that she bought low. Your risk tolerance, that's right. She bought low and then it went up to dark green. So now she's made $50. So she's saying, what do I do when that happens? What I do is I say, okay, what day, how early into the dark green are we, right? If it's the first day of dark green, I say, okay, I'm only going to sell 5% of it. Let's say that's $50. 5% of $50 is $2.50, whatever, right? I'll withdraw 0.05 of that coin in AAVE, and I take it. I don't bring cash into Coinbase like that though. I'll sell it. I'll sell $2.50. I put $1.25 to pay back the loan and $1.25 back in my collateral. The only thing I bring to Coinbase is when I borrow for my bills, right? So I'll say, all right, let's say the math is 5K. I borrow the 5K off of my bank, and then I send that 5K to Coinbase. And then I use the Coinbase card, or I send it to Cash App or my bank to pay for things. So that's kind of how I do it. I take, and then the deeper we go into dark green, if it keeps dark green, and now I'm up 20%, 30%, now it's 50, 100, 200, I'll start selling more. So now I'm selling 35% of the 200. And then I do the same thing. So now I made $70. I'll put $35 into the loan, $35 into collateral. And I just keep doing that with five different coins. So let me show you the different coins just to make sure I get through them all. So the 5 coins, the reason why I choose these 5 coins is because I can use them all as collateral in AAVE. That's why. I only pay for coins that I can use as collateral. If I'm going to buy a coin that's like a risky coin that I don't know if it's ever going to work out or land in the metaverse, I borrow off of my collateral. I don't use my actual money. It's kind of like if you were a homeowner and you wanted to buy a rental property, you wouldn't sell your home to buy the rental property. You would borrow off of your home to buy the rental property. It is risky, sure, but you have a way of paying it back, right? You know that you're going to rent this out to somebody. When I did it in the Dominican Republic for Airbnb, I knew I was going to have people going to that apartment every day. So from that, I'll pay back the loan, right? But when you buy some random coin like Shiba or something like that, and if it goes to zero, you lost, but you didn't lose your actual money. You just got to pay that loan back now. You got to bring in money from home, from somewhere else, or when it goes up, you pay down your loan. And this has happened to me. I bought a bunch of coins early that were dumb, and I was borrowing thinking, oh, I could pick right coins every single time, and a lot of them went down. So I had to pay back my loan through this process, and I got down to zero, and I said, all right, I paid off the loan, and I'm still pretty up. Imagine if I did this a different way and I figured out how to get financial freedom through it. So for the past like 3-4 months, I got there and I tested it 3 months ago. This is the 3rd month. I'm living off my crypto. So I'm like, okay, we're heading into the good season. I think I could teach this. Let's go. So does that answer your question, Isabel?
I think so.
So okay, I'm going to tell you the 5 coins. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon Matic, Avalanche, and AAVE. So AVAX, AAVE, MATIC, ETH, and Bitcoin. I'm going to show you why that is too. Go to aave.com. Depending on which you use.
Could you repeat the coins again? Please? I didn't get the last 2 spelling. The Avalanche and the AAVE.
Avalanche is AVAX right here. Bitcoin is BTC. AAVE is AAVE. And Ethereum is ETH. So here's why. If you're looking at the screen right now, I'm going to show you. Go ahead. What you said?
No, I was just saying thank you.
All right, no problem. If you're looking at the screen, here's the interest they give you. Check this out. If you deposit Ethereum into AAVE on the Avalanche blockchain, of course, that's where we help you get to that. You get 2.5% interest in Avalanche coin, and you get 0.40% interest in Ethereum. So what that means is every day you're getting more Ethereum, and they're giving you this Avalanche coin for free. Avalanche coins are worth $70 each right now. They're giving you that for free. Many people believe that coin is going to 2-3x in the next 3 months. So imagine getting interest that is also going to multiply itself. That's why I'm saying this is such a crazy moment. But if I borrowed off of myself, again, like let's say I borrowed Ethereum off of myself, which I never do. I'll explain why I never borrow a volatile coin. I only borrow USDC or DAI, and I'll explain why. So if I borrow, my interest on that borrow is going to be 2.65% interest. And they're going to give me another 0.81 of AAVE. So when you add all of this up, they're basically paying me to borrow off of myself. Look at this. 2.58 plus 0.40, that's 3%. My interest is 2.65, and then they're giving me another 0.081. So that is about 4% they're giving me, and they're charging me 2.6%. Do you see how that's crazy? Like, you basically are getting paid to borrow off of yourself. This has never been possible. And these numbers are they're going to skyrocket over the next 3 months. And if you put the right amount of money in the right place, in the next few months, you could be at financial freedom. It's really crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to keep going down the line. DAI is like having dollars. It's like a digital coin of dollars. So one DAI is $1. So if you put DAI in here, they're giving you 2.87% of DAI. So they're giving you more DAI, and they're giving you 4.2% in Avalanche coin. That's freaking crazy, right? So 4% of a coin that may go 4x in the next 3 months, plus 3% on your cash. So if you wanted to be really safe, you could just put DAI into your bank and just let it sit there and borrow and live off just DAI, because your interest is going to grow. But I don't know about financial freedom. You're just going to have a nice, safe bank account. But I don't think it's going to take you to financial freedom. All right. USDC.
What platform is this? What platform is this?
This is AAVE.com. AAVE.com. And this is, look, in here.
FDIC or anything like that?
Say it again. Oh, FDIC. No, none of that exists in the crypto world just yet. There is insurance if you want to pay it. I don't pay it. None of my clients pay it, but you can if you want to. But look, right now, there's $5 trillion in here. So I don't think anybody's going to steal my measly few $1,000s versus $5 trillion. And also, they have, they give back money if anything ever happens. I've seen, I don't know if it was this website, but a lot of these websites say they have money just in case they get hacked. But when they get hacked, they literally give people their money back. This website, I believe, has that too. I can go deeper and show that. But I believe heavily in this. I have a lot of money in here, and I know people who have a lot more money than me in here, and they're making a lot. So again, you got to do your own research and make sure you feel comfortable, right? Again, you got to have your own conviction and comfort that's going to let you sleep at night. If you don't feel like this is going to let you sleep at night, just keep it where you feel like that is. Because, I mean, I get it. So, all right. The next one, but let me show you USDC versus DAI, right? Because that's the thing. Why would I put USDC versus DAI if they're both worth $1? I use USDC most of the time, and here's why. Look, the price, 2.9, 2.87. So that's a little more interest right there they're giving me on USDC. So 4.23 of AAVE coin, Avalanche coin. On USDC, they're giving 5.11. That's almost 1% more of interest. I'll take as much interest as I can for free, right? Then when you borrow, look, it's 4.07 a DAI, 4.04 and 4.07. That's only 0.03% interest more. But look at how much more Avalanche coin they give you, 2.75 versus 2.29. So if you do that math, it just makes more sense to use USDC. And of course, this stuff is variable, so it changes. You can come one day and DAI's a little bit up more. But I've seen over time, USDC has had the strongest, amount of lead for the longest amount of time. And then we have AAVE. AAVE is the coin of this platform. AAVE coin or AAVE. I also believe this AAVE coin is going to go nuts once everybody understands what this is. If you go to AAVE and look at the market cap, the market cap is 4 billion, fully diluted 5 billion. That's a good thing. When the fully diluted value is close to the market cap value, that's good. Right now, if we go, I just showed you there's $5 trillion in AAVE. The market cap is 5 billion, 4 billion, right? So if we go to the full chart, let me show you how far down AAVE is on the chart of the top cryptocurrencies. And I'm going to tell you some coins that are ahead of AAVE that don't do half of what AAVE does. I'll start out with Shiba coin, where everybody's going crazy. Imagine if all these people that are buying Shiba coin would put money into AAVE instead of gambling it on Shiba coin. They could get to financial freedom much faster, I think. Again, Dogecoin is another one that's up there. Look how far down you have to scroll before you even see AAVE. Is it even on the first page? Hold up. Wait, I might have to search this. Hold up. It's number 49 on the chart of cryptocurrencies based on market cap value. So I really believe that it's going to go. And earlier this year, it was higher up. Okay, I'll show you. So earlier this year, it was up to 2 billion. No. It was up to $631 a coin. Right now, it's at $300 a coin. So it was higher up, double already. And many people believe all these all-time highs will get passed, right? So already that means that coin alone will most likely double. Again, not financial advice. But you can use it as collateral, right? So what I do is if I see AAVE down, I buy it. I see it up, I sell some, but I use it as collateral. And look, they're giving 5% of Avalanche coin for that. Bitcoin, they're giving 4% of Avalanche coin, 0.85 of Bitcoin. And Avalanche, this is the big one. Avalanche, they're giving 13% of Avalanche coin plus 2.66. I've come to this many times, and when you add both these numbers up, it's over 20%. And then if you borrow off it, but you never, this is the thing, I never borrow the coin. I only borrow USDC. So when I do this, I have 4% interest right now on a loan. So if I borrow with Avalanche and Avalanche 2-3x's, but I owe 4% on the cash I just borrowed, that's a good place to be. Does that make sense? I know it's a lot. It's a lot, and I get it. I'm just trying to get through it so you see the whole thing. You can rewatch this if you want on YouTube. It's going to be there forever. I highly, highly suggest every single human being understand this. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen with technology. I've never seen something that more people can take advantage of as easy as this, and literally change your life. Never. It's right here. And I've done it personally. So now I'm like, all right, how can I show more people how to do this? I know the first part it's a struggle to get through that technology hurdle of clicking, what to click, where to go. Again, every Thursday, a lot of you on the Cracking Crypto Club, to this week, I'm going over somebody's wallet who's in Avalanche doing this, and she wants to make sure she's doing it the right way. So we're going to do that live in the class. Again, I have a Discord community, massideation.community. If you put that in your browser, you'll go to the Discord. We got a bunch of people learning it, asking questions, and we're all answering. I'm answering, but I want other people to answer because the best way to learn something is to teach it, right? So that's why I got really deep into teaching this past few months, because I wanted to learn the hell out of it. So, all right. Any questions? I know I said a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So this is great. Like, because I just put money into it and just a couple of $100, like $300, just to see what it does, where it goes, where it up and down. You know, invest here, invest there, throw a couple over the Shiba. It actually went up when I got it, though.
Hello. But that's the thing. Did you take any out?
Yo, bro, when I saw it, when it hit 30, it kind of hung out there for a while and then went to 27. And I was like, nah, forget this. And I took it out and I bought an NFT with it.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Yeah. So I was like, regardless of what, at least now I have a little NFT. Nothing crazy, just like one of the Bored Ape ladies that I tried to show you.
Oh, right? You showed me that, so the Bored Ape ladies. Nice. So you're learning. See, this is the thing. This is what I told myself. I really said, and it's hard to think like this, and I still like kind of think like it. I said, this year, I don't care how much money I make. I want to learn every single aspect of this and make it a lifestyle that I continue using for the rest of my life, because I do believe cryptocurrency, we're like in the year one. This is like year one of mass adoption. AAVE did not do this last year. This is brand new. So once everybody understands how to do this and can do this, and now Coinbase is saying you're gonna be able to borrow off your Bitcoin, this is going to become normal. But the people who do it first, they're going to benefit the most.
Yeah, so this is what I want to know, because I've heard you say it in a video. Like, I watch one of your whole YouTube videos, and you were like, when every time it goes up 5%, you take some out. But I'm looking around, I'm like, what do you mean take it out? Take it out and put it where? Into my bank? I can't do that, because then they're gonna like go crazy on the tax. I'm just like,
so you bring up
$200.
Two good things that you just said. I'm glad you said them. Take it out. I don't mean take it out of crypto. I mean turn it into USDC coin and then pay back my loan or put it as collateral. You don't have to come out of the crypto space to sell, right? So the thing is, when you turn it to USDC coin, though, which you just said it, you do owe taxes on that money you made. No matter where it is, if it's not in your bank account, it's still, you made it. And the government is going to want their money. Eventually, they're going to be able to look at your blockchain transactions and say, oh, you made 20 grand in 2021. You owe us this much money. So I want to make sure people understand that, because they think because we're in the matrix, you could do whatever you want and the government's not going to come for you. They're going to come. It's going to take some time, though. You're going to have some time. And again, this is what I tell people. You get on a payment plan. And where do you pay it from? You borrow off your bank to pay your debt.
Yeah, you out of control, man. But yo, I gotta run back to work. My lunch break was up at 2. Thank you so much. And I don't know how exactly, because I work during the day, but yo, I need to connect with you, bro, because I need to just like forget about playing around and waiting. And like you said, every day you wait is a day that you go up. You know, you lose, and it goes up and up and up. You know?
Yeah, so, man. Yeah. So yeah, I think the easiest way is go to massideation.community, put that in the browser. You can go into the Discord. We're all day chatting on there. I'll answer your questions. Of course, I'm in meetings a lot, but I'll answer. But I'm also training more people to be able to answer, because there's certain people in this room that are gonna start getting really into it, and they're gonna start being able to answer the questions that people have. So I won't blow those people up right now, but
massideation.com.
So massideation.community in the browser. So that'll take you to Discord. If you don't have Discord, you may need to download it, but it's a Discord community.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Thanks for watching the YouTube, man. I appreciate it. Every YouTube view helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get to monetization. I'm not there yet. So thank you on that.
All right, bro.
All right. Have a good one.
Bless.
Anybody else with any questions?
Miguel, just say a few words about the fact that sometimes, let's say in meta space, you can buy land like you did, and that land can go up, 5-fold, 10-fold, 10x, 10y. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a buyer that's going to buy your land at 50,000, because the platforms or the ecosystem in this industry right now is not mature enough to have necessarily a good secondary market. I'm sure there is one. So people got to understand that even though your land went up from 6,000 to 46,000, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can have a buyer. Although yesterday you and I were in a place where you talked about, the fact that the land went up, and the person that we were with said, I'll buy it. So, I'll buy it at 46,000. I give 46,000. I don't think it was kidding either.
I know, definitely not. So that's the thing. What you mean, what Paco is talking about, is when you buy an NFT. NFTs are not liquid assets like a coin, right? So like, here's the example. I bought that land for 10,000 mana, right? Back then, when I bought a lot of the mana, I bought the mana at like 40 cents though, right? So then it went up to $4. So it 10x'd in like a few months. So at that point, that 10,000 mana was worth $40,000. So if I wanted to sell out my mana, I would have had to sell my property. So I would have to find someone who's willing to pay me $40,000 in mana for that property to really be able to cash out. It's just like real estate, right? Like I got a property in DR. If I wanted to sell it today, I got to find a buyer that's willing to pay my price. It's the same exact idea with NFTs. So the fact that I bought this virtual land, it's very similar to real land. I got to find a buyer that's willing to pay my price. Is that always going to happen? No. So with NFTs, that is the downside that you have to understand. Just because it says it's worth something, that doesn't mean someone else is going to be willing to pay that, right? You have to understand that. So, but with a coin, that's different. The coin, you could just go to Coinbase or any of these apps, these centralized exchanges, and literally just trade it for cash because there are people there willing to take that coin for USDC or DAI or whatever. So there is a little less liquid exchange available when you actually put your money into NFTs. The reason why I did it though is because I do believe the added value of the land is worth more than just the coin. Why is that? Because there's only a certain amount of land and there's millions of coins. So there's going to be a lot easier to get coins than it is land. So eventually I'll be able to say, I want 50,000 mana for that land because it's easier for you to get mana than the land, right? So why don't you just give me that extra 10,000 mana and I'll give you my land. That's what I think is going to happen once the metaverse really explodes. I was talking, one of my coaching clients called me yesterday, like, all right, I got to buy land. And I'm like, I told you a month ago, now it's bad time. Don't do it. He's like, no, I'm going to just do it. So we go and it was crazy expensive. I'm like, look, I can't tell you to do this. I'm not telling you to do this. If you do this, this is not my advice right here. So the land was ridiculous. And there were certain lands he was trying to buy and they weren't letting him. And I was like, man, this is going to get harder and harder to buy. So, of course, whoever has it is going to be able to take a premium for having it.
Now, is it possible that, for instance, I just became a super genius on this business of these NFTs and this land ownership and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I realized that this guy, Miguel Sanchez, owns a corner property in this, meta land or whatever it is. And I say to Miguel, listen, what is that land of yours going to? You say, it's going about 50,000, 60,000. I'll tell you what, I want to lease that land from you and I'm going to pay you a rent of $5,000 a month, but I want to lease it for the next 10, 15 years.
100,000%. That's going to happen.
And I'll give you incremental increases so that you're not, we could put a formula down. So by year 2, you're getting 5,500, then 6,000, 6,500. So by the time we get to year 20, I might be paying rent of $10,000 a month, double what I started with. And I want to build a building there because the building that I want to build, I want to make it into selling clothing and jewelry and all kinds of things. Is that possible?
Yes, it's already happening. And it happened to me in a room in Clubhouse. I was in a room in Clubhouse and there was a startup founder. He had an NFT business. And he said, I'm really looking to partner with somebody with land. So I didn't say anything. Then I waited because I was new to the room. Nobody said anything. So I said, hey, I actually have land. Why don't you DM me? The guy offered me a percentage of his business, not just like to rent it, a percentage of the business to be able to use the land. And not even the whole land. So this is going to create opportunity for business. It just is like, because right now, if I had a storefront, even in Times Square, how many people can go to that storefront? It's only a certain limit of space, right? And I have to close at a certain time. I got employees that got to go home. In the metaverse, there's none of that. You have 1 billion people in the store at the same time, all over the world, 24/7. That's going to be more worth it. Say again.
You could be selling in that land of yours with the building that I build, with the market that I build. I can be selling like your son Max is doing, selling T-shirts that are not real T-shirts that people can wear, but people buy the T-shirt to put them on games. The gamers will come to my store. If I could call it the gamer store of how to be the best dresser or some stuff like that. That also is happening, isn't it?
Yes. So what Paco is talking about is there's something called wearables. So what we're seeing here, and this is a funny story because my kids, they went into junior high school for the first time after COVID. It's been a nightmare, but they are finally going to have to dress now, and then they want like nice sneakers and stuff. So my son, he has Jordans, of course, right? So he goes to school, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna be the man with your Jordans. And then he comes back, and I'm like, you must have been cool. You must have been the cool guy with the cool Jordans. He's like, nobody even said anything about my Jordans. And I was like, oh yeah, so nobody cared at all. And I was like, that's interesting. In my day, I would have been the man. And he's like, yeah, nobody cares about that. And I'm saying, so what do they care about? And he's like, they care about your Fortnite skin. If I got the new Fortnite skin, I'm the man. If I got the newest Jordans, nobody cares. So that told me again, the metaverse is more important to these people than the real world. And that's kids now, teenagers now. I know us as adults, we don't understand that just yet because we didn't live in that. But that's where I use my kids as the canary in the coal mine. I say, what's going on? What are you guys? And they're like, oh no, like now we all want VR glasses. Oh, so that means you guys are walking into the metaverse. Everybody is going there. All right, I got to get this land before everybody realizes. Then Facebook, bam, Facebook hit. And what does Facebook own? The VR glasses that all these kids are getting on. Like this is starting to become more and more popular to get in VR and play with your friends in VR. What's going to happen? You're going to be in the metaverse in a place with land. You're going to want to do things in the metaverse. Whoever owns that land is going to make money off the things you do. So if you can own land, it's a good investment. I'm not saying right this second because I do think things have been artificially pumped because of Mark Zuckerberg's announcement. I do think things are going to come back down to normal because this stuff is not going to happen tomorrow. The metaverse is still 5-10 years away before everyone is doing it. Right now, we got some juice because Mark Zuckerberg. If you wait a few months, it's going to calm down and you're going to be able to get back in. I just tell you now to start understanding it. Go into the metaverse. I went to a festival last week in the metaverse with like Paris Hilton doing a concert, Deadmau5, and there was millions of people in there. And I'm like, this is crazy. And again, I come from a beginner's mind. Like Paco says, I'm not judging. I'm just saying this is happening. I don't care. I don't think it's good, right, wrong. It's happening. And I'm going to be involved. I don't know how. My kids are most likely the ones that are going to guide that because they live it. But you got to start understanding it. You have to. I'm telling you, this is like one of the biggest opportunities we will ever have. The currency, the land is all at bottom of the level pricing. It's all going to get crazier. So the more you understand, the quicker you can get to financial freedom faster. And that's hopefully any other questions from anybody. I'll bring anybody up that has any question before I end it because I got to go pick up my kids from school and hear what craziness happened today. Anybody, any questions, any comments?
I jump in. It's been a while, Miguel.
Edwin, how are you, man? Yeah, we got to connect. We got to reconnect.
Yes, I'm chilling. Still, I moved to Hawaii, so I'm living, it's my morning time right now. And,
oh, man, that was a jab. That was a jab because it's cold over here. Why are you bringing up Hawaii?
But I totally agree with you. I mean, I think there is, a lot of excitement and buzz, but it was like when Mark Zuckerberg started to look into and bought Oculus for, billions of dollars. It was validation that, people are already thinking about this and this is the direction things are going to move in the future. But I think I forget the founder of Unreal Engine, but he's been touting the metaverse for years, and that's what they've been actively working on for a long time. And I think it's something that I'm just trying to explore in a way that I could be a creator and an innovator instead of just like, just just a participant. So that's what I'm working.
So I'm glad you said that, because there are people in this room that are like me, that, you know, we've been in the AR VR space for a long time, and we've tried to be creators in that space, but it was really hard to figure out the business model around that type of work. And now the metaverse makes it very easy, where now what you said is true. A lot of people have been talking about it for a long time, but what's happening right now is the adoption is coming. It's happening faster. Like I said, literally all of my son's friends want an Oculus. All of them. They're on Facebook. They're not on Facebook. They're on the Oculus, and they're on Fortnite, and they're on Roblox. Eventually, they're going to be on Decentraland. They're going to be on Sandbox. We are in this early stage where if you come up with something, you can try it. You can still buy Sandbox Land for pretty cheap. Actually went up a lot too, because when I was telling people last week, it was like $1,500. You can buy a piece of land in Sandbox, and now it's like $6,000. So even that 4x in a week. I think it's going to come down again. Who knows? I hope it comes down, because I want to get more. I want more people that I know to own land, but I don't know. I don't know if it will. And I think the timing is a hype right now. I don't know how long this hype will last. It may continue though. Who knows? Any other questions or comments?
How was Rare Pizzas?
Oh, it was cool, man. Like I got to meet a lot of the Clubhouse people we talked to. They were there. I got to meet the creators from the Sewer Rat Social Club too. I didn't even stay long enough to see the pizza. I had to go. It was a long day, but it was cool. It's cool to see a lot of the people you talk to on Clubhouse, and you know, create more connections. I might go tonight. Paco, are we going tonight? We might go out there tonight. We'll see. Are you going to be out there, Milan?
Yeah, I'm meeting with a few people. Alex, my dad, Ryan, and Albert right now.
What time will you be out there? You already out there?
We're here now. We're just eating.
How long are you going to be there?
I'll be all night. Just hit me up. I'll be around. We got plenty of food.
Paco, if you want to come, let me know. We'll go out.
You know, we're on our way. We're on our way. You come pick me up.
All right, cool. All right. Anybody else? Anybody in New York, come through. NFT NYC is going down right now. If you're in New York City, you want to come check it out. I know, Jeff, I know you move around New York. You want to come meet up too.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So if there's no final questions, thank you for everybody for coming and listening, and hopefully going to watch the YouTube to re-get this information, because I know it's pretty intense over Clubhouse alone. Keep it up, family. Thank you.
This is a great room. Thank you. This room is gold, man. I'm glad that you taped it so we can go back to it, but it was gold. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. All right. Have a good rest of your day.
All right. Good day.
All right. Bye.
Later, Miguel.
All right, Edwin. All right. Thanks for everybody who watched this. And definitely join the Discord. massideation.community. Of course, follow me everywhere. And thank you again. Looking forward to becoming financially free with you. Have a good day.